Good evening. Today is October 28th, 2025. Welcome to the San Marino Unified School District Board of Education meeting. Here's our board president, C. Joseph Chang.
Good evening. This is C. Joseph Chen, board president. At the 7:12 p.m., I call to the order to open tonight open section. First of all, I'd like to report during the closed session, there's nothing to report. First of all, call to the order, Mr. Song.
Here.
Mrs. Lam.
Here.
Mrs. Ryan.
Present.
Mrs. Gear.
Here.
Mr. Chen. Here. Student board member, Mr. Book. Here. Thank you. 6A, Pledge of Allegiance. I would like to turn it over to Dr. Lina Richter to introduce our student who is leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you, President Chang. This evening, it is our honor and our pleasure to welcome Danica Lee, a San Marino High School amazing student, and also one of our San Marino Unified's 3 finalists for the Rose Court. She's here to lead the board in the salute to the flag and share a little bit about herself, possibly introduce guests she has with her tonight to support her, and a little bit about her school. So welcome, Danica, and thank you for being here. And begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, members of the board, faculty, and community. My name is Danica Lee, and I stand here today not just as a student of San Marino High School, but as someone who has been shaped, challenged, and defined by this place. When I first walked onto campus, I thought San Marino would teach me facts, formulas, and essay structures, and it did. But what I didn't expect was how much this school would teach me about leadership, not just as a title, but as a responsibility. I've had the privilege of serving as the captain and MVP of our water polo team, where I learned that leadership isn't about being the loudest voice in the pool, but the calmest when the clock is running out. I learned to trust others, to lift them up when they were exhausted, and to set the tone even when no one was watching. Through the superintendent's student advisory board, I gained something even deeper: perspective. Sitting in those meetings surrounded by peers and mentors, I learned what it means to listen, to question, and to help build bridges between students and administration. It's where I realized that advocacy begins not in grand speeches, but in consistent and thoughtful dialogue. As president of Rotary Interacts Club, I saw the heart of San Marino outside of its classrooms. Through volunteerism, mentorship, and community impact, Rotary didn't just give me service hours, it gave me a sense of purpose. Whether managing the boys' water polo team or serving as a teen advisor at Carwell Library, I learned that true leadership is about being in charge, but it's about being in service. And when I was honored as a Rose Court finalist, it reminded me that representing San Marino means more than wearing a crown. It means embodying the character, grace, and resilience that this district nurtures in every student who walks through its doors. I owe much of who I am to the teachers who challenged me to think harder, the coaches who pushed me past my limits, and the programs that allowed me to lead with intention. San Marino has given me opportunities that demand excellence, and in return, it's given me the confidence to meet that demand. But perhaps what I'm most grateful for is that San Marino didn't just prepare me for college, it prepared me for life. For every debate, every failure, every morning practice and late night essay, this school has taught me the quiet kind of discipline that doesn't just fade once the diploma is framed. San Marino has been more than my school. It's been my foundation. So tonight, I just want to say thank you for the opportunities, the challenges, the unwavering standard that this school sets, because everything I've accomplished, every pool, every boardroom, every moment of growth has been possible because San Marino believed in me. And standing here today, I hope to represent not just what this district produces, but what it inspires. Students who don't wait for change, they become it. Thank you.
Here we're in the center because we're going to take a photograph of the Board of Education and I'm going to present you with this certificate. But before I do, I just want to say how proud I am of you and all of your wonderful accomplishments and what you represent, which is really it's just so incredible. Your hard work, your dedication, your involvement to this. I am just so impressed with how active you are in our community and in all of the organizations that you participate in. You really are a model of excellence in our school district. I'm proud to present you with a certificate that reads, "In sincere appreciation for leading the Board of Education in the Pledge of Allegiance at the regularly scheduled board meeting held on October 28, 2025. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, and can we get your, is that your? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, can we get that here? Don't worry, Dad. It's okay. All right. You should be very proud of it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you for all the students.
Okay, next 6B, approve our agenda. Do I have a motion to approve tonight the agenda?
So moved.
Do
Second.
I have a second?
Second.
Roll call. Mr. Song,
Aye.
Mrs. Lam,
Aye.
Mrs. Ryan,
Aye.
Mrs. Gill,
Aye.
Mr. Chen, aye, and the student board member Book. Aye. Motion carry. Six C, approve of minutes. Tonight, we have two meeting we need to approve the minutes. The first one, do I have a motion to approve the minutes from the October 7, 2025 special joint meeting with the member of San Marino City Council? Do I have a motion?
approve. Second.
Roll call, Mr. Song,
Aye.
Mrs. Lam,
Aye.
Mrs. Ryan,
Aye.
Mrs. Gill,
Aye.
Mr. Chen, aye, and the student board member Book. Aye. Motion carried. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from the October 14, 2025 Board of Education meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, Mr. Song,
Aye.
Mrs. Lam,
Abstain.
Mrs. Ryan,
Aye.
Mr. Gill,
Aye.
Mr. Chen, aye, and the student board member Book. Motion carried. 7, San Marino Unified School District Spotlight. The Board of Education is proud to recognize and honor Nina Cole, a distinguished San Marino Unified School District alumni. I think it's a class of 2021, right? Okay. And the current Miss Los Angeles Chinatown Queen. Okay, I would like to refer to our superintendent. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, President Chang. Good evening, everyone. It is my absolute pleasure and honor to take a moment tonight to recognize a very special person. This very special person is somebody who we have been acclimated with for a very, very long time. She's grown up in this community. She went to Carver Elementary School, Huntington Middle School, and graduated from San Marino High School. And her name is Nina Ko. Nina Ko is Miss Los Angeles Chinatown 2005. We are so incredibly proud of you, Nina, and all of your accomplishments. But I want to tell you a little bit about Nina's story. It is one that beautifully reflects the spirit of San Marino, a community rooted in excellence, character, and service. She began her educational journey a long time ago. You're not that old, though. Don't worry. And we are so proud to say that she is currently an undergraduate student at USC. Fight on, right? Fight on. Very proud of you. Majoring in business administration with a minor in culture, media, and entertainment. So that is a very interesting minor, and I'm sure you're gonna have lots of fun doing that. Also, Nina took an internship with JPL or NASA, right? Whichever one you want to call it, right? Are you still doing that? Oh, really? Oh, I'm so sorry. That's your brother. Okay, so you didn't do that, but you are a member, but you could have if you wanted to, right? You could have if you wanted to, but you decided to give that to the brother. But what you did do is you are a member of the Chamber of Commerce, correct? And you are organizing lots of events, which I believe you are doing to serve as an excellent role model for younger girls like yourself, which I think is very admirable. Of course, behind every accomplished student stands a family whose love and values guide them. Nina's parents, Dr. Peter Coe and Sylvia Coe, have been steadfast supporters of our schools and community for many years. They are truly models of civic-minded service, individuals who exemplify what it means to give selflessly of their time, energy, and talents in support of public education. Through their volunteerism, leadership, and commitment, they have made a tremendous difference in the lives of countless students and families. We are also delighted to have with us tonight special guest, Mrs. Liz Hollingsworth, Nina's former principal from Carver Elementary School. Liz, will you stand? And we also have two of Nina's favorite Carver teachers, Mrs. McGee and Ms. Dinker. Please stand. Welcome and thank you for being here. These educators clearly made a lasting impact on Nina's life. She is very pleased and honored to have you with us this evening. And thank you for being here to share in this special recognition. Nina, as an esteemed alumna of San Marino High School, we are incredibly proud of you. Your grace, intelligence, public service, and dedication to culture and community shine through in everything that you do. Your achievements as Miss Los Angeles Chinatown 2025 not only celebrates your personal excellence, but it also honors the values that this district holds dear: integrity, compassion, and the pursuit of excellence. On behalf of the San Marino Unified School District Administration and Board of Education, our faculty and staff, and our entire community, congratulations, Nina. We are so proud to call you one of our own, and we look forward to all the amazing things that we know that you will accomplish in your future. And thank you for gracing us with your beautiful presence tonight. And thank you so much for your parents being here to help celebrate you and honor you. So thank you. So, the Board of Education will also be taking a photo, and then we'll take one with your parents.
I started it. It's only when
So Nina, I'm gonna read the certificate to you. The certificate is presented with immense pride to Nina in honor of your outstanding achievements as a distinguished alumna of San Marino High School and former Miss Los Angeles Chinatown Meeting. The San Marino Unified School District proudly recognizes your dedication, excellence, and contributions to our community. Your accomplishments serve as an inspiration to current and future students, reflecting the values of leadership, perseverance, and cultural prowess. Of course. Oh, yes. There you go. Oh, yes. Yeah. That's great, thank you.
Look at this demo later. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, now we're gonna get the parents up here with us. Dr. Ko and Ms. Ko, let's get you on each side of your beautiful daughter. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Thank you so much. Congratulations. We're gonna give our queen an opportunity to speak. And I want to take this opportunity to thank members of the Chinese Club for being here. I understand that you sponsored, Chinese Club helped sponsor you for this wonderful recognition. So thank you so much for your help and your service. Okay. So you know, would you like to make your way to the podium?
Live stream to YouTube.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nina Ko, and first I just want to say thank you so much to the San Marino Board of Education and to Superintendent Linda Del Torre and Board President Joseph Chang for this recognition as the 2025 Miss Los Angeles Chinatown Queen. I went to San Marino and grew up here my entire life. I went to Carver, Huntington, and San Marino High School. And actually, I have to admit that when I was in elementary school, I was quite the troublemaker. So I'm sure my principal, Mrs. Hollingsworth, and my teachers, Mrs. Connolly, Mrs. Dinker, Mrs. Flanagan, Mrs. Cross, Miss McGee, and Mrs. Fong, they remember I would get yellow and red cards all the time. Sorry about that, but what I didn't realize back then was how lucky I was to be raised in this community where San Marino is so supportive, the teachers, the people, and the excellency, the high standards that San Marino strives for is what really pushes me to try my best and do my best. Along with my parents always being so involved with the community and the schools, just growing up and being raised in that kind of environment is actually what inspired me to do the pageant. And now I'm a senior at USC studying business with a minor in communications, and I'll be graduating in the spring. As Miss LA Chinatown, we do a lot of events to serve and represent the Chinatown community. We help sell raffle tickets, to sell funds, for example, for the Chinatown Service Center Gala, or we sometimes will speak to kids at elementary schools, like Castellar Elementary School in Chinatown. We also help pick up trash with the Lincoln Heights tutorial program. These are just a few examples of things that we do. And one that I'm really excited for is this upcoming Saturday, I will be co-emceeing the Chinese Club of San Marino's Mid-Autumn Festival Gala. And again, I just want to thank the Board of Education for this recognition. It's really so meaningful to come back home and be recognized by the community that I grew up in. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nina, and I love, love, love your crown. It's beautiful.
One more, 1 minute. Yeah.
Actually, I'm very jealous. Go back over to President Chang.
Well, thank you so much for you represent for the San Marino community. You know, this year you became the queen. I think is very meaningful to me. As you know, I'm the chairman of the board for Chinatown Service Center. Yeah, before the last week. Yeah, and I see you know, our alumni, our students from the San Marino High School, they always have excellent, you know, the performance and present to the community. As you know, the Miss Chinatown, the duty they always helping for underserved community. I think that between the San Marino community and the underserved community, I think that we need to connect each other. I think for our board education goal, you know, we want every student always have a global, you know, the citizen. So that means that we take care every corner from the San Marino community to entire the Los Angeles. Yeah. So thank you so much for your presentation for the San Marino and for your family. Any board member like to share the comment? Share, Ryan?
Say one
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Just so you know, when I Google you, right, to write this lovely thing about you, it does come up that you have an internship with JPL and NASA. So I think, see, this just goes to show, right? So I think they blended you with your brother's resume, because if you Google yourself, you'll see that it says that, so. But looks like you're an all-around player, right?
Yeah.
You have a very robust
Well,
resume.
maybe just check to see, you know, maybe because your parents might like the favorite child. I don't know who was talking about. So yeah, you have to be careful with that. Anyways, on behalf of the school board, on behalf of our, cabinet, Dr. Delatorre and myself, I just want to congratulate you. It's been wonderful seeing you in action. We saw her in, was it Mid-Autumn Festival? Where were we? Yeah.
Next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, where, where,
Saw her at Lunar New Year
Lunar New Year?
Okay, no, Lunar,
Yeah.
yeah,
at Lacey Park.
yeah, yeah.
She was there and then her parents were absent. They were, yeah, on
Which one?
vacation. Don't you remember, Peter?
Oh,
That was Chinatown Service Center.
oh,
So thank you
that's
for
our
representing-
Chinatown Service Center.
Yeah, where I
Yeah.
was sitting in the
Yeah.
back.
No, that's the specific.
Anyways, I was just playing. Congratulations again. It was just wonderful you representing our community, and congratulations on, well, I guess you're almost graduating from SC, right? Yeah. All right. So good job.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah, you want everybody? Yeah, okay. Yes, of course. Of course. Okay, come on. Want all of you.
Yeah, we're coming.
No, I don't think you can get everyone in. Just let them do it. Yeah. I don't think we can get, just
Maybe
get
with
your
just
group.
Linda
I don't
and
think we can
Joseph.
everybody get in.
Joseph, you go. Yeah,
You go.
Joseph will go.
What's the thought?
Let's get out of the way.
Well, you're in the way, right? I'm not. Am I in the way? I like to photobomb them.
I don't know.
I want to photobomb them.
I know you.
Like, that's not.
I don't think so. We're not going, but we just don't want any photobombing.
Oh.
I will. I know that he's got an internship now at JPL.
Congratulations on the internship.
Rochelle. Those shoes are so cute. Hi, Sylvia.
I was like, wait a second. You know when I mean. You wanna kill us in the town. In the cold. She wants Shohei Ohtani in the cold, dude. It's 90 degrees outside. Can't do it.
I can just, for your presentation, that's it. Yeah, right?
I mean, got pretty creative with the
Oh
numbers.
my gosh, hi. Then 100. Oh, so much. Oh, thank you so much. She was so amazing on my, this is Emily's dad, right? Yeah, we were so impressed with her. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, she's amazing. She's amazing. You should be so proud of that girl. Okay, take care. Nice to see you. Bye. Yeah.
His son has known her since kindergarten.
Wow.
I thought his son was the.
Okay, let's go back to the meeting. 8, public comment. The Board of Education has adopted Board Policy 9323B to ensure the public's right to be heard in any matter pertaining to the San Marino Unified School District. Person who wish to provide a public comment will have 3 options to submit a public comment. First, submit through an online form. Did we have any submission via the online form? Thank you. Second, request to speak during the meeting via the Zoom. Mr. Hong, please post the meeting for 1 minute to collect the public comment.
We're having some trouble with the Zoom link, so we don't have any members on the Zoom link, but we are live streamed.
Okay, thank you. Third, request to speak during the meeting in person via the public comment card. Do we have any submission via the public comment card?
We have no cards this evening.
Thank you.
Excuse me, President Chang, I was wondering, Clark, do we need to post something so if they do want to come in, they can call it in or whatever? Do you have the ability? Because I don't want where there a technical difficulty and someone's trying to call in.
Yeah, sounds a good idea. Yeah.
I posted a YouTube live stream link, and yes, good idea. I'll update and put a dial.
Yeah, just let them know they can just call in if they want to speak. Thank you. And you can draw us to our attention for that wherever they come in, because it may not be aligned with the agenda. I just want to make sure
Okay.
that people have all the access.
Okay, next 9, public hearing. I'd like to turn it over to the Dr. Stephen Choi to conduct the public hearing on the AB 1200 public disclosure of a collective bargaining agreement.
Thank you, President Chang. The San Marino Unified School District is now holding a public hearing on the 2025-26 AB 1200 report disclosure for the San Marino Teachers Association and Management Administrative Confidential and Unrepresented Salary Employees. This hearing is in compliance with the California Government Code Section 3547.5, Education Code Section 42142, and the criteria and standards adopted by the State Board of Education. If you would like to make a request to speak on this topic, please go ahead and submit a public comment card, or I guess if those that are dialing in can also make a press the raise hand icon or dial *9, I believe. Do we have any cards at this moment?
This time.
I posted a phone number on the website link if anybody would like to dial in.
Thank you.
So this moment, do we need to wait for 1 minute? See any
No, I think at this time, if there are no cards, and there are no dial-in, individuals at this time, we can go ahead and proceed, with the meeting. But should, any individuals from the public decide to come in later and wish to speak on this, we can open it up again.
Okay. So with that, I just like to conclude for tonight public hearing.
Thank you.
Okay. Next 10 consent section. Do I have a motion to approve the consent section from the 10A to 10O?
I move to approve consent section 10A through O.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, Mr. Song.
Aye.
Mrs. Lam,
Aye.
Mrs. Ryan,
Aye.
Mrs. Gill,
Aye.
Mr. Chen, aye, and the student board member Book. Motion carry. Motion approved. 11, communication section A, communication from the Board of Education. We ask each board member take no more than the 3 minutes to share their communication. Start from Mr. Song.
Thank you, President Chang. Thank you, everybody being here, and I'm sorry that everybody's here, with the Dodgers game. And so I get a chance to take the last MIG Master of Governance Class 5 finally. And thank you. And the one thing I learned from all the master classes, I took it, I'm the one who's actually relaxing there, because they talk about the finance and they say, oh, we have a school budget problem. We have Dr. Choi, and they have labor negotiation. We have like a Dr. Lowe's, and they have Parks, they can give the AI, and Dr. Lena is making our school performance always better than a lot, while other districts are struggling with the leading performance and everything like that. And they started asking me, who's your superintendent? I'm not going to tell you. Don't even try. So it was really amazed how good our districts are, and it's almost like I almost feel like that we don't have challenges, it's just almost perfect kind of things. And it was kind of easy for me to get in because I'm a new and start the learning process. And I really appreciate this board and everybody. And thank you again. And I get a chance to go to HMS breakfast. It was amazing. And thank you so much for the nice event. And that's my communications. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Mrs. Lam.
You. I had the opportunity to attend the Carver Parent Party, which was very, very fun and really exciting, especially when it came to auction time. Dr. Delacorte and Dr. Richter knows that when it came to the very coveted parking spaces, we had bidders bidding all the way up to 18,000, 19,000 times 2. So it was that was just one of the very small moments that were very exciting. I'm very grateful that I got to attend, and also would like to thank PTA for putting that all together. Such a great turnout, so many parents, educators, Principal Caldwell. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, Mrs. Ryan.
Thank you, President Chang. Also attended the San Marino Schools Foundation with Dr. Delatorre and Dr. Choi and Mr. Chang. Dr. Delatorre, Francesca, Mrs. Gill, and I presented on the bond update, as well as Dr. Choi presented on our 25-26 budget. Parents and the foundation were able to ask questions and understand school budget and finance a little better. The PTA presentations were held at each of the school sites. So thank you, Dr. Choi, for your campaign out there to really educate the community on budget. Thank you, Dr. Delatorre. And then we also had on the 21st, San Marino City Club went to the Huntington to hear Randy Schulman, who gave us kind of like 3 things that we didn't know about the Huntington, and that was very well attended. And they, of course, always are great in terms of innovation. And they talked a little bit about their scholars' housing, as well as some challenges they have with theft at the Huntington. So that's a little surprising that people are out stealing plants, but I understand, people need, I would, check Lauren's garden because Lauren's been talking about those succulents a lot. So I did mention that to Randy, just so he knows. The Huntington VIP breakfast, I know that Joshua was there. Mr. Chang was there. I did have to supervise Mr. Gill and Mr. Webb a little bit. They were, their pancake sizes were of different proportion. So I was a little concerned
Quality
about that.
control.
There was no quality control, but I took care of that. I went up
I'm
there
sure.
and I supervised a little bit. Yeah, so, and I just said, where is Francesca? And he just said you were off playing tennis or something. That's what he said. That's what he said. So anyways, had a great couple of events out in the community. So thank you. Did I take more than 3 minutes?
Mhm.
Why is Mr. Chang
Today
always
is,
looking at?
special for you.
They had 3 minutes. They all had 3
I
minutes.
gave you my minute. actually.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Francesca.
Yeah. Okay, next, Mrs. Gill.
Special for Shelley, why?
Let's see that you may give you another couple of minutes. Yeah, go ahead.
It's not yet. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Chang.
Yeah.
I did want to congratulate Joshua for his master's in government completion. I know that when you first become a board member, it can seem very overwhelming and there's just a lot to learn. And even just thinking about going to all of those trainings can seem overwhelming, but I do think it's a really worthwhile experience and really help to make each of us more effective board members and then board as a whole. So thank you for finishing that on the behalf of the rest of the board. This past week, I attended the district safety committee meeting led by Dr. Rose. This is where everybody from all the top admin and PTA presidents, community representatives, the police, the fire chief, we get together and we have a coordinated safety response plan. We give each other updates, and it's really just so valuable to have that information freely shared. And Dr. Rose, thank you. You did a great job running it. I went to the Valentine PTA and I witnessed firsthand Dr. Choi's presentation on the budget, and that was really great. I love how you broke everything down, really understandable way of relating the information. So thank you. I think that was really important to the parents of the district to understand what 300-page budget is that we have. So anyway, everyone, I hope you have a safe and happy Halloween, and thank you.
Thank you. Next, my turn. Okay. First of all, October 15, I attend the Huntington Middle School choir concert. So I always enjoy to listen because you can see they divide to 3 levels, and the first one they start just graduate from the elementary school. And the highest level, they are ready to go to high school. So you can see from the 6 to 8 student, they have a big change during the 3 years. So that's I think that's the reward I have. Yeah, see the kid growing. Next, October 20, on behalf of Board of Education, I and Dr. Territory, we went to cover school library. So there is a reading room in memorial of Sandy Morris for the 30-year library service, including the Carver and also Public Library. So the 30 year. So that's the big dedication. I still need to catch up. Yeah. The day is very meaningful. So I see a lot of the guests and a lot also I work with them in the last 2 decades. Yeah, the volunteer and the school teacher always there to honor for Sandy Morris. I think that's the good move for the Carver School. And lastly, couple of days ago, with Dr. Territory coordination, I present some idea because even we approve for the bond 200 million, but right now 200 million not really can do too much. So then I come out some idea. Is that some of the project if we need to repair, or maybe we can have a naming opportunity. So then, but I also try not to let this idea compete with a regular school foundation donor. So this will be approach to some of community people. They are willing to be the donor. They are interested about the aesthetic project. So this is another we just talked. Is another mature project. I see the between the school district and the school foundation executive, we can have a brainstorming, see what we can come out to present the community. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chang, for taking the lead on that. Thank you, Dr. Delatorre, for also leading in that discussion. Thank you.
Okay.
And Joseph, if I may, I forgot
Yeah,
to
go ahead.
mention to thank Hunter Chang for
Okay.
being here.
Yeah.
And how wonderful the trunk or treat event was and how many of our students benefited from that. So thank you. And as a fellow liaison with the city, we look forward to meeting again soon and talking about more city school district partnerships. So thank you.
Thank you for mentioning about the trunk or treat, because I think this is also one of the most meaningful the event. Since I have a 5-month grandkid, so then we also bring the grandkid to there. Yeah, take a lot of picture, so let them know heard the first year have this kind of experience. Yeah, thank you. I know the lot of young parents. Yeah, they are very enjoy about this. Yeah, yeah,
Great event.
yeah. Okay. Next, communication from the student board member.
Thank you. Over the past 2 weeks, San Marino School has been buzzing with activity and student involvement. The highlight of this period would be our coronation dance, which we held at the Pasadena Hilton. That was Alice in Wonderland themed. We also honored our homecoming court, as well as the next week followed our Red Ribbon Week, which we observed across all San Marino campuses that promoted awareness about healthy choices and drug prevention through themed activities, informational campaigns, and student-led initiatives. These events showcased the school's community's strong sense of spirit, creativity, and commitment to student wellness, making it an exciting and meaningful time for everyone at San Marino High School. In addition to these events, various clubs have begun fall projects, and arts and academic teams are preparing for our upcoming showcase. What do we have? Well, let's try this. Thursdays, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next, see communication from the superintendent.
Thank you, President Chang, members of the Board of Education executive team. It has been a very, very busy time for those of us in administration, as I'm sure my principals can attest to. We have lots of things going on. I attended the Huntington breakfast, and I will say it was very unique this year with their theme being the Fox and the Furious, and having sort of a little mini show on the grass area, which was really incredible. And Annie Tang, who was one of the co-chairs for this
event was speaking this morning at the PTA meeting about the fact that, one of our parents brought like this $800,000 car. And most of the cars, with the exception of 3 cars that were provided by Rusnak, were, just brought in by our parents. We had a DeLorean there. There was a Tesla that was a police car or a sheriff's car, I'm not sure which. And it was just really amazing. And I thought, oh my goodness, Mr. Weiss is going to find out that this is competing with his money. Not going to like that one bit, but it was really amazing. And I think, it was fun had by all. Everyone who was there was just really energized, and it was a great community event and get together. And also want to just say that, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but she announced that they grossed like $85,000. Is that accurate? Just from that one event for Huntington Middle School, which is really quite impressive. And so I just think a lot about the amount of time that our parents and our volunteers spend supporting our schools and our students. And what an incredible gift that is in San Marino, because not every school district has this level of involvement and the talent that our parents bring to the table and share their expertise is just really incredible and so amazing. And we should all be very grateful. I know I am, and I know our board certainly is. But that was fun. And then on Saturday evening, I was very appreciative that I was invited by some of our high school students to attend a school, it's a school youth organization that is California, I believe California wide, where students get together and they talk about topics of importance, and they get into groups and they come up with a initiative or a leadership project that they want to pitch to a school district or to a school site principal in order to implement a program that's really going to help the students with a challenge. And one of the groups that got together was talking about how peer pressure impacts drug use amongst teenagers. Another issue was, cyberbullying and just, what happens, the impact of cyberbullying and students feeling overwhelmed and burdened with their workload and depression and that kind of thing, which seems to be, pretty universal right now amongst high schools in terms of the students' perspectives. So they would get up and do their presentations, and there was a panel of people who would provide them with feedback. And so I served on that panel. I was the only superintendent. The other members were board members. So I got to chat with them and get their perspectives on their school districts. It was really interesting and a fun experience, and I enjoyed it. So that was really a great opportunity, I think, for me to hear from other kids from other high schools, and just know that, some of the issues that we face and our kids are facing are, not just unique to San Marino. They're everywhere. And yesterday, Dr. Richter and I attended a meeting for the first district PTA for superintendents and administrators. And the topic was, interestingly enough, all about, dealing with bias and dealing with, bullying and that kind of behavior, just inappropriate comments that are made in a variety of different areas that can hurt our students' feelings, impact their morale, their self-esteem, and just, strategies that can be used to address those behaviors. And as administrators, as leaders, we need to be upstanders and not bystanders. And you're one or the other, right? So if you're listening to a conversation where things are being said that are hurtful or inappropriate, either sexist, racist, homophobic, biased in any way, and you have, people around you, you need to decide whether you're going to be a bystander or an upstander. And in public education, what we want, right, is to make sure that every child on our campus feels safe. And so we need to learn those strategies to be able to intervene and address the situation as promptly as possible. We used to have a program called Safe School Ambassadors, where they would come to our middle school campus and they would teach our students strategies to be upstanders, not bystanders, but they were strategies that kept those students safe, did not put them in harm's way when they were either interrupting inappropriate comments or redirecting or saying, hey, you know, that's not nice, or that's going to hurt somebody's feelings. And so I think we just need to really pay attention to those things and focus on them. And I know we are doing those things in some of our social emotional learning lessons and things like that, like Second Step. And we have some wonderful programs at every school. But as leaders, we also need to model that behavior. And so that's something that we're going to be talking about a little bit more as we move forward, and really emphasizing and you know, reassuring everyone that we are following those practices. So it was a busy week. And it's only Tuesday.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Yeah. More to share?
No, that's it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's go to the 12 information item, 12A, Major M update. I would like to turn it over to Dr. Choi to update the board on the progress and the current standing of Major M.
Thank you, President Chang, members of the board, executive team, and student board member Burke. We continue to make steady progress on our major and early impact projects, along with important behind-the-scenes work supporting our facilities program. It has been refreshing, especially over the past few weeks, to see how much facilities and the construction industry have evolved with the integration of technology. For example, our bidding process is now largely digital through our new online platform. And later this week, we'll be conducting 3D scanning of interior and exterior spaces to support design and planning. It is encouraging to see how these modernized approaches will lead to greater efficiency and improved project outcomes. To highlight some other exciting areas of our bond program, I'd like to turn it over to CJ Nolan to provide a more detailed update and some next steps that will be coming.
Thank you, Dr. Choi. Good evening, President Chang, members of the board, Superintendent De La Torre. Thank you for this opportunity to provide a brief update on our major project progress, our early impact work, and some upcoming contract procurement milestones. Starting with our major phase 1 projects, which include the new 2-story classroom building at Valentine Elementary School, the new TK and kindergarten classrooms at Carver Elementary School, and the medical arts building modernization at San Marino High School. We're advancing through the design process. The geotechnical investigation, site survey, and underground utility detection contracts are on tonight's agenda for board approval. And we've continued gathering as-built and record drawings for each of the sites, while locating title reports to confirm existing easements during design. And we're finalizing our site assessments and preliminary site plans for each campus. Our design teams have been meeting weekly, and we're now establishing that foundation for user group engagement going forward. Questionnaires have been distributed to each of the sites to encourage user group feedback prior to us meeting with them. And those meetings are scheduled over the next few weeks, with the furthest out being the high school in November 17th. On the early impact projects, as Dr. Choi mentioned, we've implemented the PQ bids pre-qualification system. This system is now live on the district's website and is available for contractors to submit their qualifications and become pre-qualified to take part in our Measure M projects. And I would really encourage anyone listening to take part in that pre-qualification process. With that being said, having PQ bids implemented allows us to start bidding out some of our smaller early impact bid packages. The first 2 projects that will be available this week are the concessions restroom refresh and the auditorium fencing, both at the high school. These projects will be available on PQ bids, and we'll be advertising to our established CUPCA list as well for contractor bids. Furthermore, all of our playgrounds across the district have been walked, and we're starting to receive proposals from our different playground manufacturers. We expect to have received the final proposal by the end of this week. And from there, we'll review with district leadership and site administrators as we move forward. We also plan to bring forward the agreement for the synthetic turf and track resurfacing to the board at the next board meeting in November. And in addition, we've requested design proposals for the HVAC installation at both gymnasiums at the high school. This project had a preliminary estimate of approximately $3.7 million. And we're going to start collecting those proposals, so we're ready to move forward if the board wishes. This week, we're also meeting with our roofing manufacturer to establish priorities amongst our very poor, our roofs that were labeled very poor. If you remember earlier this summer, we did a district-wide roof assessment. And right now we're taking all the roofs that were identified as very poor condition, needing replacement within 1 to 2 years. And we're prioritizing and triaging those roofs so that we could get the majority, if not all of them, done by the end of this summer. So if there's some, say, classrooms that are in portable buildings that might be used as storage during this time, we would like to take advantage of our upcoming winter breaks, spring breaks, and everything up until summer, where during summer is where we'll get the majority of that work done. But if there's work that we get ahead, we would like to schedule that now. And lastly, our upcoming and current RFQs and agenda items. We've currently advertised for CEQA compliance consultants. That is available on the district's website right now. And we posted an ad in the local paper for responses. And we will be wrapping that up towards the end of November. The second item I have as an upcoming RFQ is our contractor leaseback process. So we will be presenting at the November board meeting the criteria for those general contractors for board approval. This criteria has to be established prior to soliciting qualifications from contractors. And with that, it'll be available for board approval and review prior to the next board meeting. Overall, we're making steady progress on all fronts, and I'm available for any questions.
Any question? No, just some comments or maybe a request. First of all, thank you, Mr. Chang, for always having updates on the bond for us so we can be kept apprised. I would venture to say some of our parents, as they start to have questions about things that are starting to happen, we should probably maybe present some pictures or some stages. I know that last year or a couple of years ago when we did the Barth Athletic Complex, we had someone do slow-mo or speed, I think it was speed, where we could time lapse, where we could see all the things being moved or built and stuff. And it was really a nice collage of pictures for our parents to see the stages. And no, I love the fact that, you're presenting stuff, but some of our community members are, they want to see things, they want to see, figures, numbers and all that. So it'd be great if you could present some of that just so that it's out there in the community and they can talk about it.
So I'd like Dr. Choi to speak to that because he has, along with Rochelle, have already started some of that work. So I'd like him just to update.
Yeah,
the board on
that request is completely part of our strategy. Our strategy is to provide not just textual information, but ultimately provide a lot more audio visual. That's also one of the key responsibilities of our public information officer. And I believe as we proceed on a lot of these projects with the design process, we'll have a lot more to show, and we'll certainly provide more of that.
Do you want to talk about the website and the alerts?
So we certainly have a latest updates webpage on our Measure M, but it is mostly text updates right now. There are some slides on there that show, for example, our Tier 1 projects, our Phase 1 and Phase 2. So there are some visuals on there, but as we proceed and then we start developing designs and a lot more visuals will be presented for sure.
Okay, yeah.
Because I know as you are gathering information from the community and you're doing surveys, it'd be great to put some of the survey answers up just so that the community is well informed, right?
Absolutely, we'll work on that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, any more comment? If not, let's go to the 12B, 2024 to 25 state caps assessment data. I would like to turn it over to Dr. Lina Richter to present this data to the Board of Education.
Thank you, President Chang, members of the board, Student Board Member Burke, Superintendent Dr. Delatorre, and Executive Cabinet. This evening, I am pleased to provide you with an overview of the 2025 CASP assessment data for the San Marino Unified School District. On October 9th, the state of California released the 24-25 California Assessment of Student Performance and Progress, also known as the CASP, summary reports showcasing student achievement across California school districts. Tonight's presentation will spotlight an overview of the CASP data, highlighting district performance data and next steps for continued growth. Year after year, San Marino Unified's CASP data underscores the outstanding commitment to excellence and steadfast efforts our students, teachers, staff, community, and our Board of Education remain steadfast and committed to academic success for all students. Staff is extremely pleased to share that after review of the 2025 CASP assessment data of over 1,000 public school districts in the state of California, San Marino continues to rank among the highest achieving school districts. Specifically for 2025, the San Marino School District ranks as the #1 unified school district in California as measured by the 2025 CASP in the area of math. San Marino Unified continues to demonstrate top-tiered performance ahead of its neighboring districts in the area of ELA and math, earning highest performance scores in grades 3 and 5 for ELA and in grades 6 and 8 in math, and the highest scores in science statewide demonstrated in grade 5. We are very proud of the continued growth of our students. This continued growth is a testament to our highly qualified teachers who continue to maintain an unwavering commitment to the success of their students, and our students and families who remain committed to excellence. Based on the 2025 CASP data, we continue to see strong performance in English language arts and math. On this slide, we see that 86% of students tested met or exceeded standards in English language arts, and 85% of students tested met or exceeded standards in the area of math. What continues to be impressive is that when we look at the colored bands on this chart, did not meet, nearly met, or exceeded, the greatest percentage of our students show exceeding standards. Here, as shown in the blue band, we see 60% for ELA and 65% in math. Directly next to each chart, we also see data comparisons with a few other districts that we often compare ourselves to. Lastly, at the bottom, we see California performance data for ELA and math, the very bottom on the left. San Marino continues to perform well above not only neighboring and local school districts, but also significantly above California overall. Here we see data disaggregated by the percentage of students who met or exceeded grade level standards in ELA. Again, observing impressive percentages of students meeting and or exceeding grade level standards across all grade levels. Once again, taking note the difference between the percentage of students who met and the percentage of students who exceeded, which is significantly higher. And that's noticed by the blue band and the red band. And then the yellow represents both met and or exceeded. This slide shows the same data for math with the percentage of students who met or exceeded grade level standards, again demonstrating strong progress across all grade levels. Once again, observed here in math as well, the percentage of students meeting or exceeding standards show a larger percentage of students by grade level and district-wide fall in the exceeded column. This is shown in red here when we compare it to the blue column representing the students who met standards. So that's a nice discrepancy that we want to continue to see. This slide shows the student outcome data for the 2025 California Science Test, also referred to as the CAST. For 2025, 74% of all students in grades 5, 8, 11, and 12 met or exceeded standards in science. On the right side of this slide, we also see comparisons from previous years. You may also see and wonder why this year 11th and 12th grade students were tested. In years past, the CAS was administered to students only in grade 12. Although the CAS must be administered during high school, districts may select which grade level to assess. Last year, collaboration between high school administrators and teachers and the Educational Services Department, the decision was made to administer the CAS to students in grade 11. This is why here on this chart, we see data for both 11th and 12th graders, giving last year's juniors the opportunity to take the test. These last few slides showcase how San Marino ranks among the highest when compared to some districts we often compare ourselves to or are often compared to. Here we see data for ELA. The light blue bottom half of each bar represents the percentage that met or exceeded standards in 2024, with the darker blue bar representing the percentage met or exceeded in 2025. And as we can see by this chart, San Marino ranks at the top when compared to other school districts. On this slide, we see the same data for math. And once again, we can see that San Marino ranks among the top tier, specifically ranked #1 in math when compared to other school districts. So we're very pleased to see this data. This final slide shows 2025 district CAST or science data in comparison to these same districts. And when compared to the same district, here San Marino demonstrates to outperform all but one district. This data clearly shows that science is an area that we continue to grow in. Now that the state has released the 2025 state data, our work once again begins. The work in developing robust and relevant actionable next steps is already underway at each of our amazing school sites. Our teachers, our staff, and our administrators, since before school started, have been actively engaged in reviewing and triangulating available data metrics, identifying supports and scaffolds that promote student learning. Similar to each year, staff is working collaboratively to develop action plans, scorecards, all that support and promote school content and grade level performance. District-wide, focus continues to prioritize on data inquiry cycles, partnerships with focus schools, consulting partners, and instructional walkthroughs this year 3 times each year, and a strengthened focus on small group differentiated instruction to personalize learning for all students. Through this work, the San Marino Unified subscribes to the PDCA model of continuous improvement. That is actively analyzing data, developing goals and strategies, continuously monitoring results, and recalibrating as needed to ensure our efforts are effective in meeting the needs of students and making progress towards set goals. And lastly, this slide highlights a comprehensive list, but not an exhaustive list, of actions to strengthen the district's focus on promoting individual student progress. This list includes some of these programs and initiatives that should be very familiar to all: data-focused professional learning days, use of multiple measures, facilitation of data-driven school scorecards, instructional rounds, also known as learning walks, formative assessments and interventions, tutoring structures, tiered academic instruction, which is also another word for multi-tiered systems of support, development and implementation of site action plans, PBIS, positive behavior interventions and supports, restorative practices, and the alignment of LCAP goals and actions to board priorities. These are just a few of the strategies and initiatives we are doing this year. We're extremely pleased to see that San Marino remains at the top 1% of public school districts, contradicting recent reports that show that student achievement across reading, math, and science continue to show troubling declines nationwide. We're extremely proud of the work our teachers, staff, and administrators are engaging in on a daily basis, alongside our exceptional students and families, to provide the highest quality instructional programs our students deserve. This concludes my presentation tonight, and I am happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Any question, comment? Okay, Francesca?
I have a question. I noticed that there was a parent square that went out recently about tutor.com still being offered to our students. Has the engagement from last year stayed steady, or what's the action like for that?
So that is something that we are closely monitoring. Early in the year, the engagement remained relatively similar to the beginning of the 2024 school year. Now that we have entered into, I would say, month 3, our engagement or participation is kind of stagnant. So that's why we're sending out constant reminders through Parent Square, through the school's weekly newsletters, emails, to make sure that our parents are aware of this wonderful cost-free opportunity that our students can take advantage of 24/7 across a variety of different subject areas. And so tutor.com sends us a monthly usage report, which is wonderful. And that's something that we do share with our principals as well.
Thank you.
Any more comment? If not, thank you, Dr. Richter. Okay, let's go to the 13 action item. 13A, I would like to turn it over to Dr. Stephen Choi to present the AB 1200, public disclosure of the collective bargaining agreement for the San Marino Teachers Association, SMTA.
Thank you, President Chang, members of the board, executive team. As required by AB 1200, California public school districts must publicly disclose the fiscal provisions of all new or amended collective bargaining agreements upon ratification. This process promotes transparency and fiscal accountability, ensuring our district's continued financial stability and commitment to providing high-quality educational opportunities. Items 13A and B on tonight's agenda are action items related to these AB 1200 disclosures. So item 13A is the public disclosure for SMTA. This report outlines the fiscal impact of the negotiated agreement, which includes a 2.3% ongoing salary schedule increase and a one-time 3% off-schedule payment for unit members employed by the district on or before September 1st, 2025. This disclosure has also been reviewed by the Los Angeles County Office of Education to ensure the district maintains the required reserves for the duration of the agreement. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the AB 1200 disclosure for the SMTA agreement.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a motion to the AB 1200 public disclosure of a collective bargaining agreement for the San Marino Teacher Association?
So moved. Second.
Okay, roll call, Mr. Song.
Aye.
Mrs. Lam,
Aye.
Mrs. Ryan,
Aye.
Mrs. Gill,
Aye.
Mr. Chen, aye, and the Stephen Board Member Book.
Aye.
Motion carried. Next, 13B, I would like to turn it over to Dr. Stephen Choi again to present the AB 1200 public disclosure of a collective bargaining agreement for management, administrative, confidential, and unrepresentative salary employee.
Thank you, President Chang. Item 13B is the AB 1200 for management, administrative, confidential, and unrepresented salary employees. Similar to the previous item, this disclosure outlines the fiscal impact of the compensation adjustments on the district. The LA County Office of Education has reviewed the disclosure and confirmed that the district can continue to meet the required reserve levels. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the AB 1200 disclosure for management, administrative, confidential, and unrepresented salary employees.
Any question? If not, I would like to have a motion to the AB 1200 public disclosure of a collective bargaining agreement for the management, administrative, confidential, and unrepresentative salary employee.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, Mr. Song.
Aye.
Mrs. Lam.
Aye.
Mrs. Ryan.
Aye.
Mrs. Gill.
Aye.
Mr. Chen, aye, and the student board member Brooke. Motion carried. Thank you. Next, 13C, approval of amendment to the superintendent's employment agreement. I would like to turn in over to our assistant superintendent in charge for human resource, Dr. Jason Rose, to present the approval of amendment to the superintendent employment agreement.
All right, thank you, President Chang. Board of Education, tonight, the board is to consider the recommended approval of an amendment to the superintendent's employment agreement. Government Code Section 54953 requires the board, prior to taking final action, to provide an oral summary of a recommendation for approval on the salaries, salary schedules, or compensation paid in the form of fringe benefits of a local agency executive during the open meeting in which the final action is to be taken. So therefore, I am happy to, on behalf of the board, to provide an oral summary of the amendment that is being recommended this evening. If approved, the superintendent's current annual salary will increase by 2.3%, retroactive to July 1st of 2025. In addition, the superintendent will receive a one-time payment in the amount of 3% of her annual salary. This will come before the 2.3 is applied, just like all of the other bargaining agreements with our bargaining members. The remainder of the superintendent's employment agreement shall remain unchanged and in effect, except as otherwise lawfully amended. The proposed salary increase and one-time payment are consistent with the increases and payments to the other unrepresented employee groups, including management, confidential, and supervisory employees for the 2025-2026 school year. And so I turn it back to you, President Chang, for a motion.
Okay, with this agenda, what I like to say, each year we do the evaluation on the superintendent, and this year Dr. Directory get a very positive and wonderful the performance, but we did not have any increase. So until now, the school district, they have a negotiation with the union. So for the number one, the number one and the number two, that's everyone equally get the increase. So right now, we like to add this privilege benefit to the superintendent. That's the purpose for tonight. So anyone have a comment?
I do. I think I wanted to thank Dr. De La Torre. I know that this, it's a token of how we feel about your job performance, and actually district-wide, how our employees, that we do, despite the additional expenditures, unexpected expenditures that come up, we value our employees, we value you, we value our cabinet, and so thank you. I know the job does not end when you leave this building. I know you guys all have probably this on your mind all night long, and it starts again every day. I do support this, but I wanted to get a clarity. I know you said it doesn't apply until the 3% applies to basically last year's salary. So the salary on June 30th, 2025.
Correct.
But the way that that's written, it says 3% of her 25-26 annual salary.
So right now, her 25-26 salary is in essence what 24-25 rolls over.
Got it. Okay.
And
Okay.
so it would be on that, then she would in essence get a new 25-26 salary.
Okay. I just want everyone to be super clear.
Yes.
On,
The other
and
thing
can I say one more thing? I just think, when you got your stellar performance review. You didn't ask for more money, and it just shows what a great leader you are. You roll up your sleeves, you get in the trenches, and you don't hold yourself above your cabinet. And I think sort of what Nina was saying earlier, or I'm sorry, Danica was saying earlier, leadership isn't just who speaks the loudest, it's who gets involved and who leads by example. So thank you.
Thank you. Can I also mention that the AB 1200 report in the narrative section, which includes the superintendent's salary because it is inclusive of all management, administrative, confidential, and unrepresented, does have the language that says effective July 21st, 2.3%, ongoing increase to the salary schedule, also one-time off schedule payment in the amount of 3% of the employee's 25-26 placement on the salary schedule prior to the 2.3 ongoing increase for unit members who started working in the district on or before September 1st, 2025. So the AB 1200 is very specific. My contract is also very specific in that I'm only entitled to receive the same increase as any other management or unrepresented employee. So I just wanted to point that out, but thank you so much for your kind words, both Joseph and President Chang and Vice President Gill. I really appreciate your leadership and your support of not only me, but my executive team. It means an awful lot. And I'm proud to work for this board. So thank you.
Yeah.
I move to approve on that.
Oh, okay, I just want to, one more time. So since you mentioned about the number two, so is that there's a better wording, so then when the third party to read, they think they can totally catch up, or but we want to stay with this wording?
Wording on the AB 1200 is very specific, and it does say prior to the 2.3 ongoing, and that's what the accounting department is going to look at and use in addition to my contract. My contract doesn't allow me to receive a benefit that is richer than the bargaining units or the other unrepresented administrative salary. So if anyone wants to see the calculation after it's done to make sure it balances to the old salary, they're more than welcome to do that. I mean, this can be audited very easily. My contract is the public record. Any member of the public who would like to see it is more than welcome. And as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be posting my salary on the website for full transparency, and I'm completely comfortable with doing that on a salary schedule.
Okay, any more comment? If not, do I have a motion to approve the superintendent employment agreement?
I move to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, Mr. Song.
Aye.
Mrs. Lam.
Aye.
Mrs. Ryan.
Aye.
Mrs. Gill.
Aye.
Mr. Chen, aye, and the student board member Book.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carry.
Thank you so much.
Okay, the last one before adjourn, the 14 board superintendent discussion items. Any discussion item? Okay.
Can I just say that it's going to get increasingly more busy as we, make our way to the holiday season. And we only have one board meeting in November and one board meeting in December. So just wanted to let everyone know that. And I know that Mrs. Delatorre has provided the Board of Education with a calendar of all the holiday events that are happening district-wide. So there will be lots of opportunities to come out and see our kids performing. All the holiday performances are really a wonderful opportunity just to celebrate what our kids are doing at the schools, and I hope you'll join us for that. But we're super excited about the next several weeks into December.
That's our week.
Yeah, that's good, yeah. Yeah, thank you for Jennifer, prepare for those information. I think that save our time, yeah. Also more efficient, yeah. Okay, anything more? If not, I also want to appreciate tonight the three audience. Yeah. When you approve the agreement, we won't have the audience there.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, and at 8:37 p.m., I adjourn for today open section.